Hello, everybody. Morning Manna is back. And we are going to be starting with one of the apocryphal books called Ecclesiasticus or the Wisdom of Solomon or just the Book of Wisdom. So I'm going to read you the little introductory blurb first, and then we'll get into chapter one. 1 second. Let me get my notes. This is terrible. Though the author speaks in the name of King Solomon, a common literary device, not an attempt at forgery, an unknown writer composed this book in Greek. He was probably a Jew living in Alexandria during the time in which there were more Jews in Egypt than in Palestine. Wherever they lived in the last few centuries before Christ, the Jewish people were under great pressures to abandon their own religious beliefs and cultural identity in favor of the pagan practices of a Hellenistic civilization. The writer retells the Exodus story, emphasizing God's provision for the Israelites and his punishment of the Egyptians. A reminder to his readers that they should resist the temptation to abandon their traditions in favor of the Greek ideas dominant in Egypt. This book affirms God's goodness and offers the clearest representation or presentation on eternal life found in the Old Testament. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's begin. This is the Book of Wisdom, chapter 1. Love righteousness, you rulers of the earth. Think of the Lord in his goodness and seek him with sincerity of heart, because he is found by those who do not put him to the test, and manifests himself to those who do not distrust him. For perverse thoughts separate people from God, and when his power is tested, exposes the foolish, because wisdom will not enter a deceitful soul or dwell in a body enslaved in sin. For a holy and disciplined spirit will flee from deceit and will leave foolish thoughts behind, and will be ashamed at the approach of unrighteousness. For wisdom is a kindly spirit, but will not free blasphemers from the guilt of their words, because God is witness of their inmost feelings, and a true observer of their hearts, and a hearer of their tongues. Because the Spirit of the Lord has filled the world, and that which holds all things together knows what is said. Therefore, those who utter unrighteous things will not escape. No, lost my place here. Will not escape notice, and justice, when it punishes, will not pass them by. For inquiry will be made into the counsels of the ungodly. And a report of their words will come to the Lord to convict them of their lawless deeds, because a jealous ear hears all things, and the sound of grumbling does not go unheard. Beware then of useless grumbling, and keep your tongue from slander, because no secret word is without result, and a lying mouth destroys the wicked. Do not invite death by the error of your life, or bring on destruction by the works of your hands, because God did not make death, and he does not delight in the death of the living. For he created all things so that they might exist. The generative forces of the world are wholesome, and there is no destructive poison in them. And the dominion of Hades is not on earth, for righteousness is immortal. But the ungodly, by their words and deeds, summoned death, considering him a friend. They pined away and made a covenant with him because they are fit to belong to his company. And that is the Book of Wisdom, chapter 1. Until next time, take a few minutes to just sit and be still and know that he is God.